Easter Sunday, here we are again. Easter has always been one of the perplexed holidays for me. It never really seemed to be, what it really should have been about. Easter was always, in the traditional Catholic sense, to celebrate the rebirth of Jesus, excuse me. And, we go ahead and do that by giving each other chocolate in a basket full of hay that we should have thrown out years ago. To me, I don't know here. To me, it's, we should mark this as an occasion to go ahead and make ourselves new. I personally have fallen off the wagon a little bit, and all that means is I get to go ahead and push a little harder this week. I get to go ahead and think a little more. I get to go ahead and just use my opportunity of falling to push a little harder and be higher than I was before. Interesting. You always want to look at setbacks like this. Setbacks are never something that's very permanent. Oh, I gained a few pounds. Oh, I did this. Oh, I didn't do that this week. Well, fucking do more the next week. Make sense? Anyways, so let's get in there. It's Sunday. It's Arms Day. My favorite. Yeah.
I hope y'all can hear me. Man, I'm one of my little sweet spots right now, and I was just thinking I'm about to start a run this beautiful Easter afternoon. This lovely cemetery. I'm on top of one of the mausoleums and just looking around, and I got a little bit of advice, and as it says in this disclaimer, there's going to be a lot of F words. And if you haven't been counting along already, feel free to count the F words. We'll see, but fucking do something. Just fucking move, fucking do something, fucking get out, fucking do whatever the fuck you have to do. Get out and do something. I see a lot of people who are out there and are not doing that. Oh, I wish I could be fit. I wish I could do this. Fucking do it. Because if you're out there and you're just saying, like, oh, I wish well, when are you going to start doing? And I might be a little bit angry here, but fuck, man. Like, no, there is no bloody reason at all why you can't go out and go for a walk every day or every other day or something. A lot of people do this, and a lot of it is my generation has a fault in this, and I'm 31, so we were the first to play Nintendo, last to play Atari, and a lot of people would get home from school, and instead of going out and playing, instead of going out and doing a bunch of stuff, it'd be safer to go out and play video games. And just sit at home, play the video games, sit at home, do that. And you don't get to just get out there. Get outside, walk, go outside, play Frisbee, sweat, and then you'll be good. And I know sometimes it is very, very, very tough because sometimes weather's not that great. I get it, you need to be safe, but get out there and just do something with your life. And you're gonna be really, really good. Now, you see the gravestones behind me. What is gonna be your eternal tomb? Is your eternal tomb going to be, or what I mean by that is, how are you going to be remembered? What is going to be your monument after you're gone? Is it going to be the fact that you personally are, that you just went ahead and had a couple of kids, and they had kids, and they had kids? Or are you going to be able to set a legacy and set a path for, maybe people to be better because they've known you? I want to be people to be better because they've known me. And, I want to be able to set an example, not for the future children that I may be raising, but the society that I'm going to help continue. The whole human race. That's where I had here, so moral of the story, fucking do something.
Alright, hey. It is Monday now, and prime example real quick. Right now it is the day after Easter. And naturally when you eat with family, you eat way too much, you gain a little bit of weight. So, first things first plan, came to the gym, big cardio day, big day running, big day with a bike, dropped a couple pounds already and on my way back down. About to go ahead, get some conditioning to flush the fat out. And it always is what it is. If you don't fucking do something, the weight is never gonna get off. Even if you start just, let's say you're too big and you're just there and you just, at least if you just do this or something, there's easiness to that. Right here, but your body is moving, so start here. 1, 2, 3, 4 in a sitting position on a chair. At least that'll move something here, Fucking do something. That's the best part. When you start doing something, you start losing something. Then, it might not be the best thing right away, but at least start moving. Because if you just sit there and do nothing, you're basically a sack of meat that just moves from one place to another. That's it. And you're not gonna lose any weight, you're not gonna get anything, you're not gonna get healthy. Just fucking do something. Always. And hey, we're already at this point where we're at Friday again. What a wonderful, wonderful week to spend off work. Lots of running. One really good tip. Obviously the theme is a little bit on the angry side this week. Please take that as motivation, I hope, and not for, me just being an asshole. There are times that people will, make a lot of excuses. And, when you want to be able to do something better, you can't. You got to get around what is the other side. So, something like, okay, like right now it is raining. It's raining pretty damn badly, but I still went and ran. I can't run, no, I can't do an entire thing. You know what? I got a gym membership. I can run on a treadmill. So, excuses are not valid, oh, it's too windy out. Get a sweatshirt, at that point. Do what you need to do. No excuses, nothing here. Instead of saying I don't have time for it, change it around to it's not a priority. Because if you say it's not a priority, then you start thinking a little more. I don't have time to do that. I want to eat a whole bunch of snacks I have in my cupboard, but it's not a priority to eat all those snacks. So, you see where it starts to change there? That's really where we're gonna, surmise that. Couple tips too. If you do have a chance, you do need to run. There's a really, really good app if you have the brand new, the SE is not out yet, so the newest iPhone is the 6S, which is what I use. There is the Health app. You're gonna have to do a little bit of math on this one, but if you find a landmark or something there, you go into the Health app, you choose today, and you do running, walking, distance. You have to be able to push a few buttons and find it. I believe an Android has a similar app to this too. If you do that and you just start running a circumference, what it'll do is it'll measure how much you're running, and it counts minute by minute by minute. So you're gonna have to add everything up. But what you can do at that point, like you saw earlier, I was running in the cemetery. I measured it. There's an old Victorian cemetery, Oak Grove Cemetery, where I live. I don't live in the cemetery, but next to where I live, I measured at the gate, and it goes all the way around, an entire path all the way around the edge of the cemetery, around the walls. And if I do that, I keep going, and I keep going, and I go all the way back to it. It's a near perfect 3K. So 1.87 miles, 3K is 1.86. So it's a perfect, easy way to get around there, and you just do what you do. You know, okay, we need to conserve gas. Run in a cemetery, run in the area, or just take a run down the street. Use the phone, measure it, and see how far you can go. Okay, it's a 1/10 of a mile, then go back and forth 5 times. You know, all the way up your street, all the way down, and do that again 4 more times, you hit a mile. See how fast you can do it, and then keep challenging yourself to see how quicker you can do it. I did it in, I was walking probably 30% of the time. It was my dad called, so I was talking to him on the phone. But if I didn't run, I probably would have done it in maybe 19 minutes, which is really good. That's some decent speed too. So that's it for this week. Next week we're back to a normal schedule. And actually, I finally joined a place that's going to be able to train. I was debating whether to do a few other places, whether to do National Academy of Sports Medicine. Not really working, way too expensive, but I talked to a buddy of mine, my personal trainer, who told me a really good thing, and it's really a good point. What if you run into certain situations with clients and you didn't learn this online? So what I did was, I was hooked up to the person who trained him out of Barrington, Rhode Island, and I'm working with him now. So that starts on Wednesday. I got a big, thick book in order to study, so I'm going to start that this week. All right. That's it for this week's video. Have a great one. Hope this helped you. If you do that, put in the comments how many times I said the word fuck for fun. See you later.